counterparts in his former role with the law and justice sector. He has formed a strong working relations that members of the National Judiciary have flown into witness and to discuss these bills in our Parliament and lead support to their passage. We welcome them to this Bougainville House of Representatives. The policy work for establishing additional constitution office, such as police, correctional service for Bougainville, are well underway. Acting Secretary, Law and Justice is carrying on the excellent work undertaken thus far in the justice sector and will draw on many of the lessons learned about the success of the court project. There is also a support being offered to the development of policy for an ombudsman equivalent for Bougainville. Establishment of this constitutional office, and it's well acknowledged by Acting Chief Secretary Nane as formally critical to an independent Bougainville. And as such, priorities activities under his ABG Public Services anchor Bougainville economy work. I commend to this House the excellent progress made under it, and it is in a very short space of time. Acting Madam Speaker, a draft of ABG National Fisheries Authority MOA in 2024 is being drafted by ABG Fisheries Technical Working Group to replace the ABG NFA MOU 2021. This draft MOA to be guided by an action plan for joint implementation through a technical working group charter. Madam Deputy Speaker, a selective review of Bougainville Mining Act 2015 is now in the third draft, with drafting instructions completed and scheduled to go for Bougainville Executive Council for feedback and endorsement in the third quarter. This will follow by a wider public stakeholders consultation after BEC endorses. The Department of Mining and Energy Resources regulatory responsibility with respect to ELO 1 project to ensure BCL compliance to license conditions. Madam Deputy Speaker, the withdrawal of court case OS number 21 of 2018 by BCL is a milestone achieved by our government through negotiation. The land access and compensation agreement has been completed with possible signing scheduled by the end of this month, end of June 2024. Madam Deputy Speaker, there is also election of Panguna Landowners Interim Council. As the Minister responsible for Minerals and Energy Resource, I will approve for an approach for landowner identification study by BCL. The commencement of the lease is subjected to a signing of the landowner agreement, compensation agreement. A follow-up of the awareness and consultation with former combatants is planned for North, Central, and South Bougainville. Madam Deputy Speaker, in ensuring the Bougainville economy is well anchored, I have also directed the acting Chief Secretary to take initial steps towards assuming current critical anchorage in government PNC state-owned enterprise towards becoming Bougainville SOEs. Madam Deputy Speaker, one of the key features of an independent state is a good government with good governance practices. I stand on principles of honesty, respect, integrity, dedication, and commitment to our political independence. These were the core values that binds our unity as brothers and sisters to rebel against the corporate greed and fight for our land, culture, environment with people as center of our development aspirations. I am committed to ensuring we remain united as one people for our independence mission. Madam Deputy Speaker, as part of increasing presence of ABG in Arawa resolutions, I acknowledge the facilitation by the Acting Chief Secretary and all key stakeholders in agreeing to formation of an interagency committee to look into Arawa Town outstanding issues and free up Arawa White House for reconstruction and refurbishment and redevelopment of Happy Valley Kiata, Toniva through institutional infrastructure development. I urge all administration and leadership within Central Bougainville to support the agreed resolution. Madam Deputy Speaker, there is immediate need for the review of the Bougainville Community Government Act 2016, and I hereby direct the Acting Chief Secretary and the Secretary Community Government to liaise with Department of Law and Justice on the terms of reference for review. I also direct the Minister for Community Government to take leadership on this matter of priority. Madam Deputy Speaker, I acknowledge the national government for all the rollout of the census program, hereby invite all Bougainvilleans to be counted in the whole process as we strive towards having a distinct population for our independent nation. The ABG Public Service is embracing the digital transformation as I urge such a program to be rolled out to ensure effective communication of our political journey to public. A well-informed society maintains peace and order. Madam Deputy Speaker, I urge the public servant through Department of Technical Service to maintain momentum in ensuring infrastructure projects targeting key economic corridors of North, Central, and South Bougainville are open for the development. Continuous monitoring and evaluation of the projects are critical to ensure completion within cost and time with quality outputs. Madam Deputy Speaker, within the Bougainville projects, distribution as monitoring by the ABG Planning and Monitoring Team. 10 projects are within the governments, 42 projects are within health and education, 10 projects from social sector, 59 infrastructure projects, 13 law and order justice project, and 23 economic projects. There is a need for continuous monitoring, research, learning, and evaluation of the ABG-funded projects. I have also directed the Office of the Chief Secretary coordinate all development programs implementation by our foreign aid partners to ensure they add value to our social economic development. Madam Deputy Speaker, in rallying behind my government and with endeavors towards the independence destiny, I call on the entire Bougainville Public Service to support as the Acting Chief Secretary, head of the Bougainville Public Service, to deliver on core priorities of my government. For too long, we've lacked decisive leadership in Bougainville Public Service that led to complacencies and non-performance in some of our public service workforce. With the new Acting Chief Secretary in place, this must change for the better, because I will not tolerate any more merry-go-round and headless practice in the public service. Madam Deputy Speaker, as we embark on the next 6 months of this year, I understand we continue to have the financial, human resource capacity challenges. However, we are resilient and can deploy smart strategies to ensure we remain on a course for political independence. Let us not be moved by any critics that we cannot reach that political destination that is rightfully ours as the divine ordained by God. Madam Deputy Speaker, I commend this presidential statement to this Honorable House. God bless you all.
I now call upon the Honorable